What's up, everybody? Zaki-san here with another video for you guys. Today we're going to do a best of 3 into Purple Luffy against my boy Iman. He is one of the best Purple Luffys that I personally know, and he is my main testing partner along with Nudie. So he has ample experience into the Blackbeard matchup. To be honest, I think PLUFFY is another bad matchup for us right after Dofi in terms of like the meta leaders right now. But I don't think it's obviously not as bad as Dofi, but it can get really tough, especially if the purple Luffy knows how to play it and just sees the right combination of cards. I've seen a lot of tournament reports of Blackbeards just like plowing through, 3 or 4 games into Purple Luffy and winning all of them. And kudos to them for sure. But I do wonder whether or not the Purple Luffys just understand how to gain the most advantage into Blackbeards at the moment. So for those Purple Luffy players as well, this might be a good resource for you guys to see how Iman plays Purple Luffy into this matchup, because I'm sure he's going to give me a hard time. I'm not, in no way, like the other day versus Shanks, and I was confident to that matchup because I just think Shanks is a favorable matchup for Blackbeard. Granted, I do think in that video that I made the other day, Nudie kind of bricked a lot, but in general, I still think the Shanks matchup is favored. But this time, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, because not only is Pluffy, favored into Blackbeard, but also Iman just knows how to play this matchup really well. This is the list we're going into today with. Let's go into the Pluffy curve real quick. Your all-stars in this matchup are Laboon and Shigan. The problem is that these two cards are not searchable, right? And that is where we kind of need a little bit of luck on our side. If we get a Shigan trigger, that's lit. If we get Shigans in hand, that's also lit. Laboon as well. Going first, we have a little bit of wiggle room to kind of set up and draw into the cards we want to see. We have an extra turn to kind of find and set up Jesus. But going second, we kind of have to see Dot Q into Laboon to get rid of their board. Or we need to see a Shigan or a Black Hole. Because going second, Pluffy on their second turn will only be able to play a 4. But going first on their second turn, they get to play a 5. So it's a little bit more difficult sometimes to get rid of that 5 when I'm going first. But in general, getting first and having that extra turn to set up and also take less aggro from the Pluffy is typically better, in my opinion. Into this matchup, we want to lead our ability into their 7-Don turn and onwards to shut down that Luffy Taro effect that lets him cheat out a 5 cost. And also to just shut down all of his on-play rush effects and the 9 Mom. The 9 Mom is a really, really rough card into Blackbeard because it just gets rid of your Jesus. And obviously we don't want extra rush swings coming at our life. So generally, right, it's Lafitte if you're going first, or a 1-cost searcher. Typically Lafitte is better because it draws their aggro. And then it's, Dot Q into Laboon, Augur, Shigan. If we get the Augur, it's lit if they end up being forced to play a 4 on their second turn. But if they play a 5, then it's difficult for us to play the Augur there because we don't get to answer that 5. And I think it's very important that we remove Purple Luffy's first body. So it's important that we see Laboon or Shigan. And then moving forward, it's just going to constantly be looking for Jesus or Laboon plus Dot Q or Shigan until we get into our 10-cost turns. So let's see if I can show you that in game. Let's send him the code, host private game. Where is he? All right, I sent him the code. So now all we got to do is wait. But yeah, PLUFFY can be a puzzle sometimes. Let's see what Iman's got for us. It's funny because on the PLUFFY side, we always joke around. I always ask him on turn 1, did you high roll? And usually what that means is, did you see the 1-cost law searcher, right? Because 1, he gets to get the search off because I'm not leader abilitying that early. But also, it's just an extra swinger, and that 1 cost is a lot more deadly to me in the purple Luffy matchup than the 1 cost that Dofi puts out, because since his bodies aren't super answerable and they're typically taller than the Dofi bodies, that extra, he can throw 5 on that late game and just get an extra 7k swing at me that I don't want. So let's get right into it. He chose first, that wise guy. He already knows. We can't keep this hand. We have no answers. We have black hole, but other than that, all we have is the Jesus and the Teach. We don't have any type of search. We don't have anything to draw as aggro. And this is the only card that gives me hope right now. But if we just draw into dead cards, it's just not going to work for us. So we're going to have to mulligan. Okay, we get Laboon. That's big win. We want to top deck .Q, and if we do, we're in it. If not, we're just going to have to play the Hachinosu and see. Yep, he high rolled. Let's use this 1-cost searcher. This isn't bad. We just have to take this because we need to answer their first body. Like I said, we need to answer their first body. So let's go with the black hole. And then let's use this to get rid of... Let's get rid of a 2K. All right, so here's where we have to do some Don mapping, right? Do I want the Lafitte or do I just want to take the second Jesus right now? Next turn, it's going to be black hole to get rid of whatever body he puts out. And then on 6 Don, it's probably, hopefully, going to be a Laboon into .Q. And then on 8 Don, it's going to be hopefully a Jesus and probably a Shigan. If we get the Shigan. If he has a 4, we could maybe put use to another black hole. But will this Lafitte be useful? Let's just take the second Jesus. Put this on top and we'll end. I really want my 8 Don turn to be Jesus and Shigan, but we can't search for Shigan, so we basically just have to hope we find it. I'll take that. We got the .Q, so that's good. Our 6 Don play is set for us. We have to let him search here. It's hopefully he doesn't get a Gum Giant. That's kind of what we don't. Oh, there we go. What can we do? All right. So we're just going to go 5. We're going to liberate our black hole. The question is, what am I going to ditch? We know that this is my 6 Don play. This is probably going to be my 8 Don play, but I want to hopefully find a Shigan. Do I need this 2K? Will I want this Vasco shot later? Probably. So let's just get rid of a stronger now. We have to take an auger. That's fine. And then we'll black hole that. He's going to 6, and then leader ability, he'll be at 7. So we have to ditch a card. We'll just ditch the auger. Again, we have to ditch a card because here he just uses his leader ability. He goes to 7, and then he can play Luffy Taro. So I'm sure right now he's actually going to play the Luffy Taro, which makes this turn null. Yeah, so he's going to play the Luffy Taro. Unless he goes 5 and plays a 4, which I doubt. I think I have to just take this. Yeah. Yeah, so he plays this because he knows I can't get rid of it. The only way I can get rid of it is if I use Stronger and Shigan with 6 Dan. All right, so now he knows that that's the best way he can take advantage of me. So what I can do is I can play the Laboon, or I could just wait till next turn to play the Laboon, play Jesus now. But then the question is, what do I play with the 2 Dan that I have left? Do I just go 7? I don't think I go 7. I either preemptively play the .Q or I play this Vasco shot. Now his swings at me. He's going to 9. He might even ramp. I don't think I can swing 7 right now. So let's just... What if I can get 3 Jesus out on him? That would be freaking devastating for him. But I think this Laboon's going to have to put in work next turn. Unless I get a Shigan. But still, I can't play 2 Jesus next turn. So we'll just ditch the Jesus. I'll be at 8 next turn. So this is never going to get played. I could grab a Vasco shot. But in all honesty, yeah, I mean, I guess I could just grab a Vasco shot. My Jesus is already at 7. I'm really hoping to see a 10 cost by 10. So let's just grab a Vasco shot. I think we have to go 5 here. It'll just counter. He gave us a 2K. That's good. But typically, knowing him, him giving a 2K is no indication that his hand is either bricks and 2Ks. He definitely has like a Sanguro in hand that he's holding. Like basically the 1K counters in his hand, he probably just likes too much. They're cards that he wants to play next turn. So he just gave me a 7 instead of that. What he's probably going to do is go... he's probably going to leader ability and be at 10 and then play 2 5s. That's probably what he's going to do. With that in mind, I want to play the Jesus first so next turn it can swing. And then the question is, do I want to play .Q or do I want to play Vasco shot? If I play the .Q... If I play the .Q now, then I can use Laboon and Jesus next turn. But then he'll just go 5 and 8. I'll just counter 1 and then take 1. I think that's best. The funny thing is that if I get Shigan next turn, I'll be kind of tight that this is a .Q and not a Vasco shot, but I can't really play for that. So we're going to have to just play .Q here. I might even get rid of this law because I don't think he's going to try to swing at it. But I'm not going to give him that chance. Let's drop a Vasco shot and end. So now the question is, what's in his hand that can piss me off? Because I'm sure that's what he's asking himself. What is really annoying right now? Yeah, see, I knew he was going to call. I knew he was going to do that. That was a good call on my end. I should probably just give him a Laboon. Do I want a second Laboon? I don't think I'm going to have use for a second Laboon, to be quite honest. And if I don't get a 10 cost, I'm going to need this Vasco shot. So let's give him the Laboon. No way. Oh, no way. He just did that. Oh, always throwing a wrench in my plans, bro. All right. How do we play this? I can't get out another good body with Mancherry. Mancherry is just kind of wasted right now. Is he really sitting that comfortably? What if I go 4 for Jesus and then swing? So I can make the Jesus an 8, add 4 to it, 13. I can kill this Luffy Taro. Very likely. Unless he has 3 2Ks. Unless he has 3 2Ks, I can kill this Luffy Taro. I think that's going to be my best bet. But then again, I kind of want to play his Vasco shot because that's still too much heat coming my way. So then it would have to be an 11K swing, and that's just 2K counter. That's not what it's 2 2Ks, I mean. I don't know how helpful this Mancherry is going to be, but I don't think I'm going to play another Jesus, so let's get rid of the Jesus. We're going to have to grab this 10 cost. This is a tough decision. And I'm going to have to leader ability as well, so it's probably just going to be the Mancherry. Yeah, we're just going to have to ditch the Mancherry. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to swing 5 right now because I'm sure he'll probably take it. Because I don't think he's not afraid of going down to 1 right now. This is a tough turn. I want to play Jesus and I want to play Vasco shot. The reason being is if I don't play a Vasco shot, then this Jesus is going to die. Or he can just go 4 on leader. He can go 9, 9, 8. And I'm pretty sure he knows I won't have that. But I don't think he's not gonna go for that. This is probably where he plays 2 5s. So in my opinion, it's either I go hard at life right now, or I get rid of this Luffy Taro. Now, if I get rid of this Luffy Taro, then he plays 2 5s, and then I play 10 cost, stun the Lin Lin. That's going to be really tough as well. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm thinking of maybe going Laboon and Jesus. Although if that's what I was going to do, then this dot Q should not have turned sideways. And now if I play Laboon, he definitely swings at the dot Q, which might actually be in my favor. But I don't think swinging 5 here is right. I think I need to swing a number that is going to either give me 2 cards or make him take a life. And I don't think 11 at the Luffy Taro is good enough. This might have to be something that we just risk and see what happens. Now, this Jesus is probably going to die next turn. But let's see if he's bricked. Does he give me 2 cards? I know he's not going to play 2 5s next turn because he's going to want to leave a Don up for Giant. Good. He went down to 1. Let's see. Let's play the Jesus. Let's play the Vasco. And we end. So, interestingly enough, if I counter this, and then I blocked a 9-mom swing at it, he's going to have to swing 8. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll leave 2 Don up. The question is, will that be okay for me on the clapback? Or do I just let the Vasco shot? Otherwise, he plays a 5, maybe even a 4 as well. I think I have to force him to go 8 at this. But if I do that, then I go to 2 cards in hand. And then I play the 10 cost. And I leader ability. Like next turn, I'll draw 1, I'll be at 2. I play the 10 cost. I leader ability. I'm at 0 in hand. And he'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. And there's no way I'll be able to survive that. So I might just have to Vasco shot. I might just have to let the Vasco shot hit this right now. Dropping this Laboon is just gonna be too it's gonna make me too fragile. Mind you, granted, I'm fragile as it is. Unless this is all bricks, but there's no shot. These are all bricks. I'm sure he's going to play a 5-cost kid right now. I'm sure of it. His 9-mom's going to go at the Jesus. And then he's going to swing at life. Yeah. I was damned if I do, damned if I don't here. I don't know why he swung 10 there. He knows I have a 10 cost in hand. I have to take it. He plays another big body? That would be insane. Okay, no. He probably plays a small body just for an extra swing next turn. Or not. Even worse. A Bonkley. Okay. Is he that confident that I can't lethal him? He did the math. 100% he did the math. So we ditch the Augur. We'll take Hachinosu. We leader ability Hachinosu. So... yeah, he did the math. He knows for sure that he's not dying this turn. And just like that, I think that is GG, guys. Gotta go 5. His Bonclay is checkmate because I have to. I have to nullify the Bonclay. His Bonclay's got impeccable timing. Like perfect timing. There's no point in me swinging at this. I know he has the counter. But giving him another life as well is not. Let's go 9 to lead. Maybe trying to go for the Luffy Taro last turn would have been better, but at the same time, if he had the counter for it, I would have been dead in the water. Yeah, of course he takes it. Now we have to stun the Bonclay. I already black hold, so. Yeah, I mean, this is just straight up GG. Even if this is a Shigan. His swings are just too high. One, two, three. Got a block. Yeah, we go next. All right, going first. We still need the dot Q, Laboon, Augur. You know, well, maybe not so much Augur, but we still need those cards. I don't think this is it. We mulligan this. This is much more playable. We use stage. We drop Augur. Shit. Next turn, I'm going to be at 3. I can use the stage. I mean, this event. We'll just take the event. He high rolled again. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Sangro and Sanji. 2 cards that I don't want to see. We can just start off with this. Shit. I'll take the Vasco. Now he sees that I have a Shigan and trash, and I can pretty much say goodbye to Black Hole the rest of the game. He's going to take this regardless, and I still have to ditch a card for a stage. Let's ditch the auger. Honestly, I might take another This Is My Age. Next turn I'll be at 5. It'll probably be Shigan, and then I can search. Yeah, it's cool with me. I gotta take that. Look at that. Ooh, do I take the dot Q? All right, we count again. Next turn, I'm going to 5. It's going to be Shigan, probably a 1-cost search. And then I'm going to 7. On my 7 down turn, I'll probably play Jesus. And then Lafitte would be nice. Dot Q. Is dot Q ever going to be helpful to me? 10 cost. I feel like I've searched a lot. I haven't seen a 10 cost yet. I don't think I saw 10 cost in my first search. So I can kind of let that slide right now, but the Lafitte would be a better thing to play on 7. Let's go with Lafitte. Oh, so usually he doesn't play the Sangro on 5, and it's because if I have the Shigan, he'd rather the Shigan hit the kid, and then next turn after I burn my resources, he'll play the Sangro. So that might be a tell to me, and this is only because I know him as a player, but also I think a good purple Luffy should consider that. So let's go 5 to lead. He'll give me a card. Thank God he gave me Nika Robin, because screw that card. Let's go with 1-cost search. We're going to go with Stronger. And then we'll go Shigan on that. We mold. Okay, so we only have one more 10 costs in deck, which is kind of alarming. The Augur is not going to get played. We're just not going to do that. Burgess is good, but I don't really want to drop a 2K right now. However, I think it's okay since we have the Vasco shot, so we'll take the Jesus. And then we'll lead our ability because he's going to 7 or 8. We'll drop the Stronger. We'll end. Take that. Okay. Can't get rid of that right now. Laboon is nice, but I think that Jesus is just better right now, especially since he's at 9. I think we go with our plan of playing Jesus and Lafitte. I think that's still better. I think we're going to trash a Laboon. 9. Am I going to play double Jesus on the guy? Damn. Another Vasco would be kind of lit, too, to be quite honest. Just stall the game out. Keep my Jesus safe. I don't think I need 3 Jesus. I could also... No, I want to play the Lafitte now, but the Lafitte's just going to die to the loss. But then next turn, I can just play the Vasco shot, no problem. I don't think Laboon's going to get played unless I draw a Shigan or a Black Hole, but I've already seen 2 Shigan, and I think I've seen I think I put two black holes to the bottom of my deck. So here, I don't think we're going to play a second Jesus. Although these aren't really threatening right now, but next turn he's definitely going to play two. And then we're going to be in a scary spot. So I think the Vasco shot might just be better. I'll have two Jesus that will be at like, what, 10K? And then I'll drop 10 cost each, and I should be able to just win him out there. I think 3 Jesus is too greedy. Let's take the Vasco. We'll go 6 to lead. Unless I get something I want with Lafitte. Let's play Lafitte. That's so sad, guys. That's so sad. Am I going to need this liberation, this black hole? Am I really going to drop my counter for it? Do I need counter? If he goes 5 at me next turn, I would like counter. So let's just take the Lafitte. Or we can just take stage. We'll just take stage. We'll drop stage. Leader ability. And then we'll go 6 to lead. Play Jesus and end turn. I think, honestly, like Dofi is harder just because it's just natural. Like it's like our kryptonite, right? Like Dofi just, it's built to, within its leader ability, it's built to be strong into us. But there's only so much you can really do in terms of like outplaying. We're gonna 1K that. But purple Luffy, I think there's so much more room for mistakes. That's so annoying of him. But it is what it is. See, I think we can actually now hit that Sanji for 10 and it'd be okay. But hold up. So we're going to play 4 for Jesus, 2 for Vasco. I might even want to swing at this law, to be honest. Because realistically, next turn he can go 5, 7, 7, 7, 10. And I don't want to deal with that. I also don't want to give him a card right now. I'm definitely going to be getting cards over the following turns with the Jesus. So I think I might just swing 5 at this. And then this way I can swing, what is this, 12 at his 7. And that's going to be pretty strong. It might even be 13 at the 7. But I definitely don't want to give him the opportunity to swing at us with this. So let's swing at that. We'll use this because it's going to buff our Jesus up. We're not going to use the dot Q. We're not going to use Lafitte either, unless I think that I could 1, 2. He'll be at, he won't be at 11. Yeah, he will be. He'll be at 11. 11 at 7 is 3 cards. Or I can just make sure it dies. I know he's not the type of person to give me 3 cards for this Sanji, but if he knows it might win him the game, he probably will. I'll still just take the dot Q. I'll drop the dot Q for stage. I'll take a 2K. I think I actually counted my Don wrong. Oh, no, it just rested one. Okay. So we're going to go real heavy at the Sanji. Because there's nothing really better to do. Vasco shot is clutch this game, guys, as you can see. So we have a question here. Do I give him the Vasco shot, or do I... If I give him the Vasco shot, I'm going to give him the second Vasco shot if he chooses to swing at Jesus. Or I can take this to have an extra card in hand, and then that should be fine. Well, if he plays 2 cards right now, next turn I'll have 5 attackers coming at me. The problem is that he still has 3 life. Right? Next turn he'll probably let me get him to 1, but he'll still have 4 to 5 attackers. I'll have 2 Vasco shots and 10 costs, so I might actually be okay. Let's let this go. I believe that's my last 10 cost in the deck. Here we're going to have to use the Vasco. We can't go to 0. I don't think going to 0 is the right play. I mean, maybe I can risk going to 0 because I'm going to have 3 blockers next turn. No, I can't. I can't go to 0. I need to pray that this is a Sangro, huh? Okay. I could make my Jesus 12 right now, but I think that's overkill and a half. We might just go 5. He'll just counter that. He might even Gum Giant it just to cycle out his hand. Oh my goodness, he's taking it. Okay. All right, wise guy. I play 10 costs. I stun this. And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are his numbers? These are really low. So honestly, I don't even have to stress it because let's say he puts 1 on this, 2 on this. That's 3. He has 7 on left. 5 on this. No, 4 on this. 6. 5. So 5, 5. 5, 6, 7, 7. I wonder if I stun the Sangro. I don't think it's worth it because this is a big boy. But I could always use Vasco shot, you know? Like, that's my whole thing there. Let's see if he gives me a blocker. If I was to be greedy and play 10 cost to stun the Nami, then he would be able to go 7 here. He would go 7, 7, 7, 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7, 7, 7, 11. I can counter one of those. What if he has Fernuske, though? Oh, my goodness, if he has Fernuske. We just go 11. So if he plays 2 blockers next turn, then I get stuck in a position where I need 4 swings to connect. And I'll have 1, 2, 3, my teach 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 to connect. So that'll be actually really rough. So I might want to play a second 10 cost. Right? Because if he plays 2 bodies, then this is at most going to be a 6, or it's going to be a 5, 6, 5, 7, or a 6, 7. No. Not even. It's just going to be a 5, a 6, and 2 bodies. Leave 1 up for giant. I'm just going to play 10 cost. I think I have to let the Sanguro go. That's fine. I don't think there's any point in me using Hachinosu right now. My hand is pretty good, but I'm going to need to leader ability here. And my question is, do I need another 10 cost teach? What were his best numbers again, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 7, 7, 7. So 7, 8, 9. But then I don't die. Unless he swings with the Onami, in which case I think I'm gonna have to. What if he just dons up and swings at G? No, he's not gonna be able to. I could actually just block this. I could just block this. This is where I have the question. Do I just take it? You can go 7, 7. If he goes 7, 7, I die unless this is a counter. I didn't want to give him the Vasco shot here for obvious reasons, because I don't want him to don up and just swing at my bodies, but also this could be a swinger next turn. My Jesus is now at 12, so I mean, yeah, let's see what he's got. I am curious to know if there's any other Blackbeard players out there watching me play who have insight on how I could have played better. Let me know. Okay. See, this wise guy. What's that for? Frankie is a 4, 5, but then this can't swing, so that's fine by me. I think I have to just let this go. I swear to God, if he top knots me. 2 don up. Okay. So if I play a 10 cost to stun the kid, then I got a 12. He blocks. 12. He takes. 12. He double giants. And then I lose. So the 10 cost is not the... Well, do I lose? $28. That's a multiple of 4. I could make them both 13s, to be honest. The question is, do I really have to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a 5. So I think I can just be a little greedy here. Let's be a little greedy here. Oh, we're back to the bottom, bitches. Yo, we're back to the bottom. That's crazy. Circle through my entire deck. We're going to do that. And then we'll ditch these two. Now they're 8s. This is going to be an 11. 1, 2. These are 13s. 13. Yeah. All right. GG. Let's go. That's fine. I'll see if I can pull through second. Yeah, dude, my heart is pounding after that one. That was, if he had 2 blockers, I don't know. I didn't look at his hand. I'm gonna have to look back at the video. I was just hyped that I pulled through that. Circling through to the bottom of my deck to find my black hole was clutch. So I gotta go second. Yeah. We gotta mulligan that. I mean, we have the liberation. We have Shigan. We can hopefully make this work. Okay, we got Jesus, but that's about all we got. Maybe I float this stronger. Maybe I float this stronger. Let's try floating this stronger. Let's test something here, because I saw Abster TCG. He's another Blackbeard player on YouTube. Shouts to him. I saw him float this stronger in a game, and I thought it was really, really interesting. Let's try it. Shouts to you, bro, especially if this works. Because now this makes his Luffy Taro or whatever 7 cost play he wants to do null and void to me, right? Because I'll just Shigan it. We're going to take that. Oh, now we got a Laboon. We might be in this, boys. I don't even think I want to even bother KOing that Bonclay, because it's not really a threat right now. It's just a 5, but it's a 5. And then next turn I can swing. I can just swing at it next turn. But that'll be a 5 and a 5 coming at me. The trade-off is I get to play Laboon. I definitely don't want to counter with Jesus, so I might have to take both 5s, and that would suck. That would suck bad. What do I do here? This is my age until a fit would be clutch. but it's also kind of greedy if I don't get the Lafitte and it's only 3 cards. Do I just black hole this, guys? Let me know. I wish I was on live Twitch right now. Jesus is too early. Laboon would be the most sense, or Liberation to get rid of that. I don't know if that's the most sensible thing to do, but how greedy do I want to be? I already played the stronger. Do we just play greed and see how it goes? Do we just play greed, guys? Next turn I'll be at 6. It's probably going to be a Shigan. And then if I get a dot Q as well, that'd be pretty clutch. I also have the leader ability. That's something to consider. So I'm going to have to drop this card. Let's be greedy. I don't really want to drop this card. Fuck. All right. If anything, this will show you guys how important it is to get rid of the first body. All right. So now if he swings 5, I can just take it, but I mean, I can just counter it. Okay. He plays a Luffy Taro. Now he's being greedy. We're both being greedy. Or he's just going to float it. Okay. That's fair, too. Fair game, Iman. Do I just use the stronger to get rid of the Luffy Taro? Maybe even draw a dot Q. That would be super clutch. Oh, that would be so clutch. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather do that than I'd rather swing with the Laboon, right? So let's go ahead and use this. We'll trash a... We'll trash a Vasco shot. -2 here. No. Doesn't matter what I get with this. It's not going to get played right now, but I'd rather just play the Vasco shot. I'm going to KO that. Then we go 5. So I think I should have got rid of this. But for now, it's fine. Let's see how it goes. But the stronger was definitely nice. Shouts to Abster TCG. You taught me something, bro. I appreciate you. I'm always looking for what I don't know. Oh, wow. He really gave me 2 cards out of his hand. He's really... Well, I guess he doesn't want to go to 1, right? So we'll play the Vasco, and then we're going to 8. So it's probably... This is not going to get played. Honestly, we're looking pretty good, guys, because next turn I can just play Jesus and Black Hole, and I'm good. And I think he's not going to turn... I don't think he's going to turn his Bonclay sideways. I think he's going to hold it out until... Oh, he's turning it sideways. Okay. I got to let it go. That's fine. We let it go. I want to keep the Vasco shot up. Because like, if I just blocked at the Vasco shot, it's just going to be Luffy at it. If anything, if he swung with Luffy first, I would have used the Vasco shot, and then this way I would have forced him to turn this sideways. So this works out. Because even right now, I could just swing at that with my Vasco shot, which I probably won't do. But yeah, 2 5s. That's pretty tough. This isn't going to get played, but luckily I don't think I need it. But I mean, I can't go 5 right now. Which sucks. So it's going to be a black hole Jesus. But the Jesus isn't high like last time. And then he's just going to start getting advantage. But it is what it is. It be what it be. Get rid of that. We play Jesus. And we just end. It really depends on whether or not he's bricked up right now. If he's bricked up, we might have a chance. So here, I'm not going to counter that. Let's go Shigan. Let's go Shigan. No? Okay. Because he just goes too wide now, and then I just lose next turn. Yeah, I should have seen that from turns ago. I'm going to have to give him a 2K. I want to challenge him to turn this kid sideways, but I doubt he does it. Oh, that's even more annoying. Of course. Of course. But he already knows that that's pretty much it, right? It's too many blockers. I'm kind of just beat right now. I gotta drop this 10 cost. It's not like it's gonna matter, but I gotta drop the 10 cost. There's nothing much I can do, guys. I can play the 10 cost. I can swing at Sangro. Hopefully buy it. And then I can stun a blocker. But even then, I don't think it works out for us. Does he have the giant? Or does he just give me 2 cards? He has a giant. Okay. I stun the Sangro so he doesn't draw another card, but also so I pressure him to swing with his blockers. And then I already black cold, so we pass. But unfortunately, guys, it's looking like a dub here, but it's fine. I think the one thing was perhaps I shouldn't have let that Bonclay stay on the board. I probably should have just used the black hole. I mean, we got to 1K this. So we 1K it. But the stronger was a good play. I think everything else wasn't really bad. I'm gonna have to look back and see, but this is how rough it can get when you're going second into Purple Luffy. You kind of have to just see the nuts when you go second into Purple Luffy. So here, if I take this, then he can go 6, 7, 7. Right? And that ends up being a block. Well, the 6 I counter. Thing is, I know he's not going to try to go for it. I know him. He's not going to. It could be 6, 7, 7. It could be... Yeah, I don't know. I think we just take it. Hope it was a Shigan, but it's not. He's going to go 5. Now he can go... He's probably going to leave one up, so he has 6 down left. 7, 7. I really want him to turn that Sanji sideways. That's my problem. If I turn the Teach sideways right now for a 5, then he goes 13 at it, but I'll just block, so it's not really in his favor. But also, I can't block. I have to take, because he's going to go 7-7. I won't be able to live. Unless he's greedy. If he's greedy, then he leaves a Don up anyways, but then he wouldn't turn the Sanji sideways. So unfortunately, I have to give him a 2K here. But here's the thing, right? If I give him the 2K here, he's not going to go for it because he knows that he's not going to be able to lethal me. And then he plays a blocker. He doesn't turn the Sanji side. He plays a blocker, and now I need 5 swings to connect, right? So because of that, I'm going to see how ballsy he is, and I'm just going to tap to teach. Right, because I'm basically, yeah, let's see it. Oh, I already counted for the 1 Don. Shit. So we give him the blocker. I want you guys to know, I understand that I should have countered that swing in order to not die right now. But now he's in a position where does he turn this Sanji sideways? He doesn't. You see? Now this would have put me in a position to go for lethal had I drawn something like black hole. I had stage and I could have searched for the black hole. But since I don't have any of that, I can't. I only have 3 swings. He has 2 life, 2 Don up, and a blocker. There's nothing I can do that will let me win this game. I mean, like, I could try to swing his board, but if this is actually Gum Gum Giant and they're not bluffs, then it doesn't really help my case. I think I still have to turn that Sangro off, but then maybe again, no, I don't. I think I just do the Sanji. I swing 5 at the Law. I swing 8 at the Kid. And then he has 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 swings next turn. Yeah, I kind of have no choice, which is unfortunate. But that Sanji's got to get locked if I want any chance. If he's completely bricked up, this is what has to happen. But again, I'm low-key glad that the game went the way it did. Ugh. Let's say I swing at this, and then I use the teach to swing at that. Then he has 2 swings, but they're 2 big swings, so I can't actually. It needs to be this, and I have to hope he can't counter it. No, he has a giant. Okay. But regardless, like if I swung at the Law here instead, and it died, then he'd have 3 swings. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it'd be 3 9s, and I wouldn't have been able to survive. And it didn't even have to do 3 9s. He could have just went 7, and then I counter, and then no, yeah. So I guess it wouldn't have been 7s. It would have been 9s, and I would have lost right then and there. So we kind of just have to let this game go. Right? Because, yeah, GG. I would concede, but I'll give him the respect to end me however he wishes. And if he has class, he'll end me with the Law. If he has any class in him, he'll end me with the Law. Let's see. test of friendship here. I respected you not to concede, so at least respect me by ending me with the 1 cost 2K body. Come on, bro. Let's see it. That's it, guys. I will try to do this again maybe, and then next time maybe I'll go first twice and see if that changes anything. But until then, peace. Oh, what's up, guys? Zaki-san back here again. I just realized that that second game in the Purple Luffy best of 3, the screen said you lose. I thought Iman actually conceded, but I was wrong. I ran out of time, but you can't see that because my taskbar was up, so I didn't see the time. So we don't actually know if I won that second game. So we're trying to kind of see how it would have went and what his decisions would have been, which is weird because it would have been a Gum Gum Giant. We only know what his top card is. I don't know what his second to last
Luffy
card is.
Taro. It's
So
Luffy Taro.
it was Sangro into Luffy Taro?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we can actually do the calculation. I would have went 13 with Jesus. What would you have done?
13 with Jesus to try to. How much Don you have up? 1, 2,
I have
3,
6.
4, 5, 6. 6. I probably would have blocked the first 13.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's only because I would be afraid that you're going to freeze it if I take it.
Are you also sure that, because you don't know what your last life is, so would you have maybe taken it to see if it was a Gum Gum Giant or no?
No, it's literally just because I'm afraid of the fact that you had the Dawn up to pop it. Oh, no, you
I don't
ditched your
have
whole
cards in
You
hand.
couldn't.
I have no cards in hand. I
Oh,
ditched
no
my whole
cards in hand? 13. Just for sake of argument, if you attack 13, I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can counter out of a 14. If you went 13, I'd have to counter it.
Okay, so you counter it, and then you drop Giant, Sangro, Bonclay, Usohachi, and Sanji? Or no, because it's 13, so it would have been Giant.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would have 1K in hand.
Okay, so you would drop Giant, Bonclay, Usohachi, you'd trash Luffy Taro for the Giant effect, and then you'd use Sanji, but you'd still have 9 Mom and Sangro in hand.
Yeah.
At that point, you still have a Don up, so I would have to go at least another. At that point, I would go 11. I would put 6 on my leader, and I'd go 11.
You'd go 11?
So you would take it.
Yeah, I would have to take that.
And then it'd be 13, 12. So it would have been GG's. So at least I pulled out with 1 for you guys. Iman, you have anything to say before I stop the recording?
Zaki played really well.
I literally prefaced the video with Iman. He's had all the practice into me, so he knows exactly how to play the Blackbeard matchup. But good games, bro. We're definitely going to have to run it back with me going first twice.
I'm down. You played really, really well overall. It was crazy.
I appreciate you. All right, peace out, guys. Deuces.